this is Jeff Al Gilberts. Welcome to my live call. And it comes with a question. Do I have to explain the compensation plan? And that's for those of you that are in the network marketing profession. For those of you that do not know me, I've been involved in this business for over 40 years. I share a lot of what I've learned in my 40-year journey on these live calls. I started in this business totally bust broke. I had to sell a junk truck to get started. I put $200 in my business. And the last 27 years, I've been full-time in network marketing. If that interests you, keep listening, but I'm going to give some acknowledgments out to those who are going to come out of the woods into the campfire and say hello, what's going on. And Jenny from North Carolina, hey Jenny, happy Friday night for you. Nice messaging with you today. John in Baltimore, you can say where you're from unless you're hiding from your spouse or the law. And Antonine from South Carolina, did I say that right? Maybe I blew that. Scott, what's up? And Brandy, what's up? Who else is out there? Annabed from Alabama, was it? Maybe. Shirley from Indonesia, nice to see you. Tanya, hey, how are you, Tanya? Nice to see you. And then Chris, what's up in Costa Rica? He's in paradise, man. Don't you feel sorry for the guy? Ciro, Salt Lake City. Gary, Denver, Colorado, what's up? Hey, Shirley, what part of Indonesia are you in right now? George in New York City. He's a city slicker, man. You got to watch that guy, man. He's on the Lifestyles of Rich and Famous. Let me see. Who else is out there? Jennifer in Boston. Another city girl. And then we have Dania from Illinois. Oh, yeah, Dania. They're in Illinois, Houston, Kirk, and it's gone. Onion Sale, South Carolina, and who else? Archie Schrader in Alabama. Good to see you. Annabeth in Puerto Rico, and from Australia, Jack Inta. I'm sorry if I blew that. It just went by fast. And Gary, nice to see you on the call. Oscar, what is up in North Carolina? I hope everybody is having a wonderful Friday, and I hope you've had a successful week. Anna, nice to see you. And tonight is Friday. Open questions. That's what I do on Fridays. And Ray has his free Fridays. I do too. Sumatra, that's where Shirley. Sumatra, Indonesia. Yeah, it's a beautiful country over there. Prashant in the country of India. Nice to see you. And Marcus in Chicago, another city man. Love Chicago. Love going to Chicago. And let me see. And Jody in Alabama. Nice to see you. Good to see you on the call. So again, George is on. He'll do a screenshot on if you have a question. I'll try to cover that. Christina in California, how are you? Nice to see you. on the call. Lisa in Connecticut, New Britain, Connecticut. Wow, it's like they couldn't make up their mind. Is it going to be Britain or is it going to be Connecticut? But it's new. No, I'm messing with you. Hey, Lisa, nice to see you. And let's see. So we got some good questions here tonight. And I'll jump into it because when I posted today, does anybody have any questions, for, tonight? And then the people that do, then, I usually like to go there first out of respect, of course, And Andrina, she's down in Texas. I think she's not in the room right now, so you have to catch this on replay, but I'll go ahead and she says, I feel like I spend too much time on Facebook Lives, curiosity posts, content, and let me see, to get engagement, but no leads. Will prospecting always be the #1 lead generator? Well, let's just answer that because she puts a few questions here. You're not going to build a team if you don't prospect people, right? That's what this is all about. It's like if you ever go into the genealogy of Matthew and you want to know about Jesus's forefathers, so-and-so begat so-and-so, who begat so-and-so, who begat so-and-so, who begat so-and-so. Yeah, that's right. You got to begat to get, okay? So that's called building a downline. I'm not trying to be funny, okay? I'm just telling you the truth. That's what it is, okay? It's just like Jesus. When he wanted to start Christianity, what did he do? He sponsored 12 disciples. Now look where it is today, okay? Still has a downline after 2,000 years, okay? So let's understand, until you build a team, there is no residual income. But let's go back to spending too much time on Facebook Lives and curiosity posts. I get what you're saying. Here's the thing. Like it or not, you have to do it consistently. I'm not saying you're not, because I know you do lives and you do great lives and you're very photogenic on the camera. Very nice. Very nice. You come across, your energy's good. But see, no matter, I don't care how good you are in those areas, one thing I can tell you is consistency is what wins. And we have to understand that when it comes to social media marketing, it's not like warm market. See, with warm market, you got a list, you pick up a friend, say, hey, John, I just got involved in something, man. I'm excited. I thought of you first. I want to talk to you. And then John's like, yeah, sure, let's do it, But can you have that same approach with a total stranger in Facebook? They're like, who are you? So that's the difference. And that's why when you bring people into this business, have them make that prospect list. And they'll be making it for a while because they're not going to empty their head in just an hour on paper, okay? But have them start making it, keep making it, and support them on that. Don't make any announcements on your Facebook page that you join one of those, one of these. Don't make any announcements about that, okay? Because now you've put all your friends on red alert. They're not answering your calls, okay? So, so have that advantage where, you make the list and then you get with them, see them, call them, whatever you do, FaceTime, whatever that is, and do that. So that is faster. And when people do that, and I'm not saying Andrina didn't do that. She probably did, I don't know if you've worked all your warm market. So #1, if you haven't, do that. Great thing about you've just been doing curiosity posts and things like that. So I noticed on your page, you're not making any announcements about being in a network marketing company or about your products, which I think is great. So again, I would work your warm market list, but let's go back to, let's say that for some reason, all your friends have been kidnapped and taken to Mars, okay? You got no friends, okay? I'm your friend, but but I'm talking about outside of me, okay? So what do? Again, understand Facebook marketing, social media marketing takes time. Now you'll see some of the, some of these other people that are, like rock stars and in Facebook, and let me tell you, they're spending a lot of money. I talked to Ray Higdon's Facebook ads manager the other day about a particular leader, and she told me she spends $10,000 a month just in social media advertising. $10,000 a month. Okay, so now she didn't start off spending $10,000 a month. She might have started off spending a few $100s a month. So we understand your Facebook business page is a pay-to-play page. If you don't pay, there is no play. Okay, and so that, but what's the advantage to that? What's, what a lot of those leaders are doing? They're selling their trainings, they're selling their books, they're selling their whatever. And that money is creating income for them, while at the same time they're waiting for, different ones saying, hey, I'm looking for a company, I'm looking for a sponsor, I'm looking for, and then they're, oh, really? Yeah, sure, come on over here, that kind of thing. And that's what they do. And I, some of these people have been doing it now for years. So, that costs, like I said, you got to pay to play on that page. Now, the other thing too, I can't even remember the company right now, but you can message me. There's a lead generation company that you can try that has real-time leads, and Ray recommends them as well. So if that's, if you're looking for people, and that's what I like about people that are saying, hey, I'm interested in being in business or having my own home-based business, they're already ready. Now it's a matter of you showing up and then talking to them about that. But yes, so that, those are ways that you can create or get leads. And then how do you prospect business owners, influencers, entrepreneurs? I'm stuck there too. Okay. Yeah. So don't be stuck. I mean, again, you may think they're at a place that you're not. Don't think of it that way. These are people. And we think they have the greatest life. But let me ask you, I mean, you see this all the time with people in Hollywood, or famous people that are singing artists, I mean, look at Whitney Houston. Where is she today? I mean, look, where's Prince today? Where's a lot of these people? I'm going to tell you, they're under a lot of stress because they always have to keep doing, or they have to be better than what they were in the past or just as good. But a lot of them start to age. A lot of them just, they hate it. The very thing they love became the thing they hate because of the grind. So you just don't know. A lot of interesting people attract in network marketing. Understand that we all want the same things. Time freedom. We want to be able to possibly travel, be with who we want to be with, live where we want to live, give good things to our children, to people we, that we love. Those are just basic human needs, and it doesn't matter whether you're an entrepreneur, a movie star, or just a common person. So first of all, understand that what you have is a great opportunity, and you don't treat those people any different. Now, here's what you can do. What you can do is just be the humble person, which I know you are, and then just say, hello, Janet. Janet, I really respect you. You've been very successful. I admire you. And I've observed you or followed you for some time. I have something here that I think has great value. I wish you would look at it and tell me what you think about it. I would like your opinion on it. Would you please take a look at it? And you don't have to say this is network marketing. You can just, you can show them your product, and then just say that for people that have influence like yourself and know people who have influence just like you and promote this, you can create, massive residual income. Matter of fact, I know this guy, Jeff. I'd like to introduce you to him sometime, and he can tell you his story. But would you please take a look at it? See, it's the please, and what's great about it is when we don't try to be the expert, when we don't try to be like they are, okay? They're successful, they're rich, they're famous, they're accomplished. You know what I'm saying? And then we think, well, I got to be like that in order to hang with them, in order to talk with them, in order to be in the circle. I got to be one of them. No, I'm not going to be one of them. I'm just going to go to them and say, hey, you know, I love you, man. I've been following you. You're awesome. You're wonderful. You see what I mean? And if you read the book Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, that's what he tells you. Pay them a compliment. Pay them a compliment. Then ask them to do something. Okay, so that's it. Okay. So let me see. So I'm going to go to Gwen Flood. I listened to all of your 90-day plan. She means recently when I did the 90-day plan, I did your first 30 days, your second 30 days, your third 30 days of your 90-day plan, those activities. She said, what does your initial question look like when you're going on a blitz looking for 6 drivers? Again, there's commonalities in all questions, right? Are you open? Will you look at something that I have that I think has great value? And it might have great value for you, and if it doesn't, that's okay. I don't hype it, you know. I mean, when I started 21 years ago, that's exactly what I did. I pounded that phone, and that was the very thing. I just called and say, hey, you know, what's happening? How you doing? Hey, listen, thought of you. I'm involved in something. I don't know if you're focused on something right now, but if you're not, I'd like to show this to you if you're open to it, and if you're not, it's fine. And you know, and usually, you know, many times they'll say, yeah, sure, what's up, you know. Again, don't get overly serious about this. Have fun with this. Have fun with this. A lot of people don't have fun in network marketing because they're too uptight. You know, don't take yourself so seriously. You know, laugh at yourself. All your friends are. What do you mean, Jeff? All my friends are laughing at me. Well, no, all right, I'm messing with you. All right, so, and then is your initial prospecting question about the opportunity, or do you ask if they could see themselves using the products as well? You know, I'm always going to go for the business opportunity approach. I am. Because why? You have to create a distribution channel if you want to move millions of dollars of products. Okay? If I'm trying to sell the product to somebody, that person is not helping on the distribution. That person's helping on the consuming end of it. However, if I show them the business, I've accomplished both. Now they're going to be a consumer, and now also they're going to be involved in sponsoring others and selling product as well. So I prefer going for the, you know, and always after they heard back, I'm going 21 years ago, after they heard the presentation, whether it was or audio back then, video today, then I would ask them, how do you see yourself? Using the product, or can you use extra money? And then I'd let them make the choice. And in most cases, they join to do the business. And then Peter from Belgium, he's not up right now. He says, when connecting with cold market people on social media, is it really important to build rapport first? Or can you share your enthusiasm about your opportunity and products right away and build a relationship later after they've joined? Well, sure you can. Sure you can. Most people, though, Peter, are not going to be as charismatic as you. You can get away with that. Some people can't get away with that because they're more reserved, they're more timid, they're more shy. So they may have to build that rapport first. Everybody's different, but go for it, man. And then here, Joe Hansel, are you in the class? Say yes, 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 yes. Joe Hansel asked the question, and that's why I titled this video this way. Do you really have to explain the compensation plan. He says, I see your 10-minute video, which does not include your company's compensation plan. When do you let your prospects know about it? In case I use a video like yours, or if I am presenting the business myself, should I go ahead and explain the compensation plan along with my story and my reason to do the business? Or should I let my prospects show some interest first before I go forward and explain the compensation plan? Okay, so good question there. Very good question. Johansson, he asks good questions. So here's my answer to that. I'm drinking coffee. So here's the thing. If you information dump load on people, you are not going to get those people in your business. They're not going to duplicate. It's too complicated. You need to just give them enough information to make a decision to join you. You know, it's like this. It's like people going to, I guess, imagine somebody that's going to go to a university to learn a subject, right? They want to get a degree in subject, right? The school doesn't dump everything on them. Say, okay, let's get this done this week. 1 week and you're out of here. You know, it doesn't work that way, does it? So some things take time. But here's the thing. I know where you're coming from because you go to venue meetings, and at these venue meetings, people will come in and they'll sit and they will listen to an hour-long presentation, and the expert will get up and do the compensation plan, which is great, unless the expert doesn't show up. And if the expert got sick, was in a car wreck, or for some reason ended up in jail, who's going to do the presentation? Well, they're looking around and say, well, we bet, well, you do it. Me? I don't know. I mean, I don't. Oh, okay, I'll do it. Yeah, I think I'm pretty cool. Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. And then they get up there and then they botch it. I'm going to tell you, people are very possessive about their time, and going and listening to long drawn out presentations is not selling anymore. It might sell in towns where they don't have movie theaters and they're totally bored to death and they don't know what to do, right? So that might work there. But try to do that in major cities across the United States. See if that works. I'll tell you that people will tell you it doesn't work. And the time that it takes to drive to get to these locations, and the time to be there for an hour, and then be there after that to talk and you get their viewpoint, their questions and all that, and then finally they get back home. They spend 5 hours in this thing. Okay, I'm saying now in some countries that might sell. I know if I do it in the Philippines, it'll probably sell. But I'm just saying you're going to find people are very possessive about their time. So here's the thing. Here's what I find. And keep this in mind, guys. 80% of your workforce in network marketing are women. Yeah, you guys got to step up. You totally suck, man. You totally suck. We totally suck, okay? 80%! Do you really think they want to know the compensation plan? Do you really think that? Because I'm telling you, they don't. Women are emotional creatures. They feel their way through this business, and they're good at it. They're masters at it, okay? So here's what I want to say on that. Here's what people want to know is, what do I have to do to make money? This is the question. And I'm telling you, knowing that compensation plan is not it. You want to blow them out, show them the compensation plan. Show them the whole thing. That'll do it. That'll do it. That's the shotgun. It'll blow them out. Okay? Just give them some activity examples. Introduce it to two. Who introduce it to two? Based on this amount of product orders, your products are free. Yeah, just a couple of people. Introduce it to three. Who introduced the three? Well, your products are free based on this amount, whatever that dollar amount is on your product orders. Your products are free and now you're in profit. You've made a couple $100. Do that again next month. Now you've made an extra $500. They want to know, what do I got to do to make money? But if what I got to do to make money means I have to understand all those percentages, all those arrows shooting down, and they got 8 different ways that you can make money. It's just so confusing. You know, here's when they want to know the compensation plan. Do you want to know when somebody wants to know the whole shebang? They want to know the whole compensation plan. You don't want to know when that is? I'll tell you when that is. It's when they start making money. Because before that, it just looks complicated. It looks complicated. And they think, oh my God, I got to know that. Oh my God, I got to explain that. And then here's the thing, Joe Hansel, is if you're the one that is explaining the plan, great. But what if you get sick, can't show up that night? Then the group shows up. Nobody can show the compensation plan. Now, maybe you could record a video and say, now we're going to play a video of Joe Hansel, doing the compensation plan. I'm going to tell you, I think it's okay to show some of it. Just something that is very simple to understand. It's very logical to understand. But you highlight what you like about it, but you don't get in the details of it. Don't get in the details of it. I remember the days. I remember 30 years ago when I used to get up in front of a group and I used to draw and, oh man, I'm going to go up and show the compensation plan tonight. I'm going to blow this thing out, man. It's going to be fire and brimstone. I'm going to get these people moving. They're going to get going in this business. I'm going to inspire them to do more, be more, have more. No, man, I'll tell you, that won't work today. That won't work. So highlight, if you're going to show it, highlight some of the benefits of it, but show activity examples, because people just want to know, what have I got to do to make money? I don't want to know all that crap. And that's the way they feel about it. And I'll tell you the truth, I've been in my company 21 years. There's still some things about my compensation plan I don't know. And frankly, I don't want to know. They pay me. Everything that I'm supposed to get, I get. That's fine, good. Because I don't want to know all that stuff. Anyway, and I'm glad everybody's not like me, okay? Because if everybody's like me, you wouldn't have surgeons and you wouldn't have gone to the moon. John F. Kennedy would have been disappointed, okay? So now I'm going to go to George real quick and see if there's anything there. But it was a good question, Joe Hansel. Let's see. No, maybe George didn't show up. I thought he showed up. Oh, there he is. George. Let me see. Oh, okay. So Brandy Lee Sim, I don't know where she's from. Hey, Brandy. What do you do if you feel burned out? I love my business. I've been at the same place for so long that I feel myself losing motivation. Well, that's a common feeling. We all go through that. Brandy, I think here's the thing. Try to analyze or know what's burning you out, because it's probably the same things, or maybe it's because you're doing too much of the work. This happens with a lot of leaders. We either do it because our team doesn't want to do it, or we do it because we want to mother our team. We want to take control of our team. We want to sacrifice ourselves for our team. So we do a lot of the work. We do a lot of the planning. Sometimes it's meetings. Sometimes it's creating tools. Sometimes it's creating incentives. And then you're talking to your team and things like, you can burn out. If you're the only wheel turning, that's going to burn you out. Delegate. And see, I don't know all the details, so I'm shooting in the dark here. I know what's common, and I'm talking about what's common. So this may not be where, why you're burning out, but I'm just saying that that learn how to delegate things to other leaders. How we create leadership in our team is by asking people to get involved. Involvement creates commitment. Remember that. Involvement creates commitment. And so Archie Schrader says, I can remember that plan 30 years ago. That's because he was watching me do it. The gentleman that just commented here, that's right, 30 years ago was coming to my meetings. We had a chat about this on FaceTime today, and we were both laughing about it. So, excuse me. But delegate, Brandy, that's the thing. So involvement creates commitment. Just make sure that you're allowing them to step into, or step into the circle, to be in charge, to be a leader, to do the things that normally you do. And now if you say they won't do those things, okay. If they won't do those things, go get another team. I want you to start finding or prospecting for better leadership, or people that are going to demonstrate leadership, or they have the potential to demonstrate or to be leaders. I want you to do that, because the best, if you do that, the other team sees that you're not giving them the time that you did, the love that you did, all that. They're going to feel a little hurt, and they're going to want to step up and try to get your attention. But the only way they can do that is if they step up and be leaders. But I see a lot of people that they're babying their groups. I've done it. Baby in their groups. You know I love you. Oh, you're so sweet. You're so great. You're so awesome. And they're not doing squat, right? They're not doing anything. Okay? We just want them to feel good, warm, fuzzy, so they don't run off and go somewhere else. Annyeonghaseyo, Miss Lee from South Korea. Nice to see you. So we baby them. So go prospect and find new leaders. Just understand, we can't create desire. We can't make these people do something they don't want to do. And so if they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. Now, their circumstances may change later. I'm not saying be rude to them and all that. I'm saying don't give them all your time like you did. Go find new leaders, find better leaders, find people that don't emotionally suck everything out of you. And that's the other thing too. If you can go on Amazon and get a book, it's called Who's in My Room? Who's in My Room? And it's all about, toxic people that are negative, or they're always taking up your time, or they're, hey, Barry Blake in New Zealand, good to see you. Toxic people that just take up your time, and it's non-productive stuff. I mean, it never amounts to business. It never amounts to growth. It doesn't. Yeah, Who's in My Room? That's right, Bethany. How you doing? Nice book. It talks about that we allow who's in our room. We control the door. We control the door. So we got to, first of all, stop allowing certain people in our room, and certain people, if they don't behave, if they're toxic and all that, then you're going to have to exit them out of your room. And sometimes that means kicking them out of your Facebook groups. I've had leaders do that, where they have to kick them out of the group because they become toxic and they start affecting other leaders because of their negative thinking. So anyway, what else can I give you advice on that? The other thing is, here's what I want you to do. Anthony Robbins talks about this, the formula for success, okay? Know what you want. Know your outcome. Number 2, take action. That's personal power. Take action. Do it. Don't think about it. Don't wait until you feel like doing it, because you're never going to feel like doing it. So you take that action. And then third is then know what you have. Know what you have. So in other words, look at the results. If you're not getting the results you want, stop doing what you're doing. Do it differently. If that doesn't give you the results that you want, stop that. Do it differently. I mean, that's why Thomas Edison became Thomas Edison. Henry Ford became Henry Ford. They failed their way to great successes, right? That's what happens with everybody, right? So anyone who became great, right? So again, that's what you have to do. So going back to burnout, the question was burnout, right? So just do that. Follow that formula of 3 and make sure. A lot of people are doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results. We call that insanity. We call that insanity. Well, let's just give it more time. Well, heck, how much time you gonna need? You've been doing this 3 years. You're getting the same results. You're at the same rank for 3 years. Give it more time. No, this is not about giving it more time. This is called give it a different strategy. You got to have a different strategy. Do it differently. Some people just aren't teachable. Hey, Dana. They just aren't teachable. So Ivan says, oh, thank you. Thank you, Ivan. And so now then I'm going to hear, this is Susie from Spain, I think Barcelona. Should I accept friend requests from people who are in other network marketing companies? Sure. Matter of fact, most of my Facebook network right now are not from my company. They're from other companies. So, what I've asked leaders in my company to do is follow me. Follow and then see first, right? That way you don't miss, my page is in a public setting, so that way they don't miss any of my training. But I want you to use your Facebook pages basically as a digital prospecting list. If anybody ever needs, if something happens to their company or their offline treats them like crap, which happens a lot, and then they say, hey, can't change lines, so I guess I'll have to move on, change companies, then sometimes they'll reach out to you. So I think it's a good thing to do that, but it's also nice to connect. I mean, I'm good friends with top earners in other companies, and I don't know that we had ever worked together, probably not, but but we don't care. We love one another, and we learn from one another. So here's another one. David Peters, how you doing, David? How many recruits do we need to get per month to beat the fallout rate? Oh, okay, good question. So again, I'm going to repeat that so we're clear on that. David wants to know, how many people do you have to recruit to beat the fallout rate? That is the amount of people that are quitting. So the amount of people that are quitting, we call that attrition. The amount of people you keep is called retention. Retention is where it's at. So in other words, if the back door is bigger than the front door, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. So that's a good question. Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you, it's not about recruiting new people so much as discover why they are leaving. I think that's very important. Ask somebody. If they, if they're saying, no, I'm out, I'm out. Well, why? Why, John? Well, I mean, I can't get anybody to listen. Okay. All right, John. How many people did you call? Well, I didn't call anybody. I just sent out some links in Facebook messengers to some of my friends, and they didn't say nothing. Okay. John, listen. How did you make friends with these people anyway? Oh, well, they're people I went to school with, knew, worked with, went to church with, things like that. Really? And so you develop these relationships through Facebook Messenger? No, of course not. Then why are you using Facebook Messenger? Pick up the phone, John. Talk to them. Talk to them. The reason why a lot of people are quitting is because here's the thing. I can remember a time in network marketing, I wasn't trained right. I was not trained right. So guess what? The people I brought in, I didn't train them right either. The people they brought in, they didn't try. Were you talking about an incompetent team? That's what we were. Heck, they should give us awards for that. But that's exactly what we were. So just understand, find out why they're leaving you. That's very important. Find out, and then think about this. What can you do to fix that? In other words, how can we take that big back door and start boarding it up where it's getting smaller? A lot smaller. The front door is bigger than the back door. And that's called retention. Now, here's the other thing. Let's say, I don't know that you're in a wellness company, but let's say you are. Okay, so do you have a Facebook group, product group that supports that, where you got some people engaging, they're sharing the stories, what's going on with the product, things like that. Understand this. Let's say that you're a Christian, whether you're a Christian or a Muslim, it really doesn't matter. But let's say you're a Christian, okay? If you go to church, why do you go to church? Have you ever read the Bible? If you read the Bible, why do you go to church? Well, you say, well, because I want to build my faith. Oh, okay. Good answer. Okay, that's why you're going. You're going to build your faith. Okay. Why do you need a product group? To build faith in the product. You got this, some of these people will join your company, they're using your product, and then later on they forget what am I taking this product for? It's true. It's true. I've got products here at the house. I've got friends in other network marketing companies, right? And seriously, they have me out auto ship, and I'm like, later on, I'm like, now, what am I on this product for? What am I taking this product for? And then how long are they going to ask that question? Not too much longer, and then they say, I think I'll get off auto ship. See, again, you got to build faith in what your product does. And that's the reason why you got to, and I say a Facebook group because today, the age that we are in network marketing, your people are everywhere. They could be all over the United States, all over the world, right? So you can't be everywhere at once, and everybody can't get together all the time, right? That's the reason why you have a Facebook group. And I recommend that be a secret group too. I also recommend don't use your company name or your trademark names for your group or for your products. You just talk about your products. If you have, for example, if you have an immune system product, you can call it the immune system product. If you have a cardio product, just say it's the heart product. Well, heck, they don't know whether you're in Herbalife, New Skin, Isogenics. Nobody, if somebody was to penetrate that group, they don't know what you're in. So it's just a way to protect yourself, because you can't make claims using trademark names. That's all. But I don't want to get into that. But I want you to appreciate that if you can't build a place where people can get together and share what's going on, and they're excited about the product, and see, because when people hear the stories, they go, wow, man, I just read this story. That's incredible. That's incredible. What did it do? It built their faith. It built their faith. Man, where's that stuff, honey? Bring me a few capsules now. You see? It builds faith in the product. So and if it's not a wellness company, I don't care what it is, whatever you're selling, whatever you're promoting, you should have a place where you're sharing stories and getting your leaders engaged. Find a way to create retention. But I find a lot of times is people lose interest in the products because they, at first they were excited because someone did a good job selling them on what the product was all about. Later on, they forgot what the heck it was about. And you got to have a place for them so that they never forget that. And they'll get notifications, or hey, check out this story, man, or they're going into the group and they say, wow, man, that is cool. And then not only are they still using the product, they're just, when they get out in public, they're sharing it with others. They're sharing it with others. So you got to find out, why are they leaving? Why are they leaving? Because I don't care how good they are, it doesn't matter. They'll leave. If they can't maintain their appreciation for that product, they're leaving. You're not going to keep them. That's the secret. And then that back door gets smaller, 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 smaller. And then the front door, you just got, they're coming in, they're coming. I know. Because after 21 years, it's still that way with me. How do I earn income? How do I, after 21 years, because the back door is much smaller than the front door. And that's the key. And then you never feel the bumps in the road. You never feel the bumps in the road. You don't have bad months. You don't. You don't go to a restaurant and say, "Whoa, man, I guess I'm going to order on the left side where the appetizers are because I'll never afford these entrees." You're not going to have months like that. That's the key. Find out what's doing that. And then, so then George sent me something here, and that is, oh, is that Archie? Oh, no. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's it. No. Let's see. Who's that? Okay, there we go. From this Ivan. Ivan. No, that's not the question. It's Prashant. Prashant from India asks, how many presentations do we have to do if you want 6 drivers in a month? You know, again, it's hard to predict. It's hard to predict. You know what's really frustrating about this business? You know, I use this illustration. If you go up to Maine, go to Bar Harbor, you know, let's just say there's a barrel of oysters, right? And you walk up, a guy pulls at me, and he pulls an oyster out, and, oh, pearl, great. Reach down, pearl. Reaches down, pearl. Then the guy says, nothing to that. He walks up to the next barrel, pulls it, nothing, 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 nothing. What is this, a scam? Yep, nothing, nothing. It's hard to predict the quality of people that are in a crowd. You just don't know. The amount of prospects, the people that you are going to prospect in a month, it's hard to predict. It's hard to predict. Who's a winner? Who's a driver? Who's the one that's going to do it? It's hard to predict it. And I'll tell you, when you're at your edge, when you're about ready to quit, and you know, you're at your lowest point, then all of a sudden you get this phone call or you get this message, hey, you know, I've been meaning to get back with you. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you. It's just I was going through something in my life. We had problems in our family, and you know, now we're good. We got through it, and I went through your stuff, man. I'm in. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to run. And then you're going, wow, man. Has anybody out there ever had this experience? I've had that experience many times in 40 years. Many times. I'm just telling you that I wish all 6, Prashant, would line up, you know, right in the beginning, and we could get them all done in a month. But it's hard to predict those kind of numbers, because it's impossible to. Because people are only ready when they say, I'm ready. And people go through things, and it's hard to, sometimes we just don't know what's going on. We assume they're not interested when they got problems, they got this or they got that. You know, it's, so those are my thoughts on that, and I guess that's it. No, George says that's not it. Where are you going? Let's see. So then, oh, so David Peters, he's a good guy. I'm kind of concerned to hit a top rank, and because everyone quit, and I'm still not making money, even as a top rank. Okay, so, well, David, not everybody quit, did they? Hopefully that's not the case, because, or you say, you know, I'm kind of concerned to hit a top rank because everyone quit. I'm not. Again, here's the thing. Just discover what makes people quit, what makes people get out of it, out of your business, and keep looking for new leaders. Here's the truth. 21 years ago when I got started, I ran hard for 90 days. I had to start all over again because I was in other companies, but those companies didn't work out. Everybody was burned out, emotionally destroyed, you know. And so that was it. I was the last man standing, and I thought, I can't quit. I just can't quit. And so when I started again 21 years ago, and I looked at my list of people that either were busy or were not interested, or you know, just undecided, whatever. I started with that, started making phone calls. I started advertising. I started, just reaching out to people. I did whatever it took. But at the end of 90 days, I had 800 people in my downline. Now, I don't remember the exact number in that 90 days, how many people I sponsored. It was probably no more than 20. I don't remember that number now. I can tell you that in 2 years, I only sponsored 72. That's 3 a month in 2 years. Okay. But I can tell you but that first 90 days of starting all over again, and then and when I got to that 90 days and we had 800 people, the top leaders in my biggest leg left me, and they went after the money games. They went after the money games. And those people are nowhere today. And after I became a success, then they looked back at me and said, well, you got lucky, didn't you? You got in there at the right time. Isn't that amazing? They were there with me. They left. I mean, they quit. I didn't quit, but I got in at the right time. Stupid stuff. Anyway, but here's the thing. Here's what I did. I looked at the people that they left behind after they quit. I went down into that group. I started calling those people I didn't know. There was a woman down there that was just a diamond in the rough. And so all I did was take her out of there, and I started polishing her. And I'm going to tell you, she was a tough cookie. I mean, just her personality. She's a type A. She's just a war horse kind of woman. You know what I mean? And so the thing was, I worked with her, and she ended up opening 2 countries with me, the Philippines and India. Amazing. I mean, she asked me to support her, help her get things, turning, and she would go to those countries, stay in those countries. Stayed in the Philippines for a year. It was amazing. I mean, how many women do that? I mean, golly, man, that's pretty, you got to have a lot of courage to do something like that. And just an amazing woman. Did the same thing in India. She didn't care, man. She'd go through steel walls just to get what she wanted. And so what I want to say to you is that go into your groups and get to know those people if possible. Call down into your groups. At the same time, keep prospecting for new leaders. And so let me see. Yeah. So here's the thing. I guess that's it right now. And it's been fun spending Friday night with you guys. I can't see anything. Let me make sure before I get off yeah, I guess that's it. And so David, you hang in there. All of you, just understand that, you're going to go through a sifting process. A sifting process means that a lot of the people, or some of the people that you start with, you're not going to finish with in this business. You're not going to be able to carry them over the line. They're not going to go with you. Just understand that. Some people are useful to you, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that they're useful in terms of giving you volume. They're useful to you because they're engaged at the level that they're engaged with, even though you may not like that. So, but just understand they're useful at the time, but you have to find better people. And I went through that process. I remember that when a few years after I got my team going, I said to myself, wow, I've got one good leg going, but that's about it. So these other legs are not going to get me to where I want to be. I mean, they're okay for now. They're generating a good income now. You're welcome, David. They're generating a good income now, but down the road, I'm going to have a problem, because if I think that these legs have a future, they don't. Because these people are just not, they're not in it. I mean, if they're going to be consumers, that's fine. It's great, but they're not drivers, and I need drivers. And so what I understood was I had to stay on the hunt. And then that's what you have to do. You have to stay on that hunt and keep going, because they are out there. There's millions of people out there. and they make great leaders. The only problem is you haven't found them yet. And so just do that. Stay on that hunt. Find those leaders. And in the meantime, be a fanatic about your product. And I don't mean that in a crazy way. Okay, I'm just saying that don't underestimate the power of your product. When you just for some of the people that may not be they may not be a candidate for network marketing in terms of they don't see themselves as a marketer, they don't see themselves as a field leader. Okay, so but you get them excited about the product and they really come alive. Then watch out, because what you just created there was a missionary. They may not be in it for the money, but they're in it for the mission. And because of the mission, they're going to make you a lot of money because they're going to create a whole lot of business. So don't get so fixed on just that it has to be about people who have a business mindset. I got to find somebody who wants to make money and things like that. You should do that. You should do that. But at the same time, make sure you're crazy about your product and you're exposing people to it. Because when it lands in, and I'll tell you, that's why I say 80% of your workforce in network marketing are women. You think women are into their products? They are major into their products. And I'll tell you, there's not a better communicator and a talker than a woman. And that's the reason why downlines explode, okay? Because they're good at this. But just understand, they're emotional creatures, so if they can relate to your product, you really have something there. So be balanced in it. Be balanced in it. I mean, I can tell you right now, I was absolutely a lunatic over my product when I started 21 years ago. And I did not explain my opportunity without the product. The product was the basis of the opportunity. And so that's the thing I never lost sight of. And that worked very well for me. So I hope that's helpful. And anyway, good seeing you, Archie. And Lisa, thank you, all of you, for getting on this call. Now go have fun, okay? You don't want to be with me anymore, okay? Go have fun with whoever you're with, your loved ones. Enjoy your evening, okay? And a couple of days, I'm going to be taking off. Last month I went to Date with Destiny, Anthony Robbins, 6 14-hour days. 6 14-hour days. Who does that? Crazy people. I know. So I'm going back again. And who does that? Crazy people. Going back again, next Tuesday, flying down for Business Mastery, which is a 6-day event. And so you see what I'm doing is I'm pushing myself. Folks, this Sunday I'll be 64 years old and I'm pushing myself. I'm like, Jeff, you got to get better. This is unacceptable. You got to get a better edge. And that is the nature of what we do, friends. We don't ever graduate. We don't ever graduate. So I'm going to go back there and I'm going to push myself again. And the idea is that when I leave and I come back, then I'm going to be of more value to those people around me when I talk about this business. And the thing is, I'm going to give you the straight talk. I'm not an entertainer, okay? I'm not going to act goofy. I'm not going to paint half my hair purple, okay? And I'm not going to tattoo half my face just to get your attention. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to give you the straight talk when it comes to network marketing. I'm not going to blow sunshine in your face. I'm a firm believer. I mean, I love the sunshine, but I'm going to tell you, the fact is, people won't buy your success unless they buy your failures first. So I know some of you don't like your failures right now. So I know some of you don't like your negative experiences, but you have no idea how important those things are in molding you to be a better leader. And then later on, when you talk to people and they say, wow, man, I mean, look at you. You're at the top of your company, man. You're totally awesome. You're unbelievable. Then you're like, yeah, but I mean, you should have saw me back when I struggled. You should have saw me when I just, I had so many mistakes and failures I went through, and all these people that quit me, and I'm like, why, why are you quitting, and things like that. One last thing I want to say to you about, and go back to David Peters if he's still here, is that try to set it up right when you sponsor, when you onboard people, when people join you, try to set it up straight, right with them. What I mean by that is, I used to have a thing I would say when someone joined. I'd say, listen, can we make an agreement? Because they're excited, right? I said, now, John, can we make an agreement today? I won't quit you if you don't quit me. Now, my job is to help you. But if you don't do what you're supposed to do, I don't have a job. And I want to have a job, John. So just imagine if everybody joined, remained truthful to that commitment. Oh, I'm not going to quit. Now, I may not be full time. I may not always have the amount of time in a week to do the business, but I'm not going to quit. I'm going to tell you, one of the best training systems out there, I said this on a recent call, is Amway. Amway. Now, is everybody in Amway making money? No way. No way. Try to get them out of Amway. The only thing you can do, you'd have to kill them because they ain't leaving. I'm not saying they don't have attrition. Of course they do. But I'm just saying that, but their training systems have been so effective because they created a culture with their leaders. And David, that goes back, that's another thing. Culture, culture, culture. Culture is what, is the, what we say to people, how we make people feel. Even when they're not accomplishing anything, about, hey man, you have so much value. We're so glad you're part of the team. Culture is about having fun. And they go to, maybe you have a special training event, and one of your uplines is going to come down to let's say Gatlinburg, Tennessee, where they have a lot of fun stuff to do, and you get together with your people. I couldn't tell you how many people have been in the room behind me. I built this 6 years ago. How many people I have entertained? I mean thousands, and that is no joke. That is not an exaggeration of how many people that have been in this room, ate food, entertained by music, played all these games, karaoke'd on my stage. I'm just saying, now, no, you may not have a place like this, I agree, but you can always rent a place, okay? And you can get leaders to pitch in their money, and it's not like you got to pay for everything. You don't. I'm just saying, you create culture, you get together with your people. And there's a lot of, and a lot of people don't do that. Matter of fact, most won't. And then they wonder why their attrition's so high, okay? I'm not saying that's David's fault. It's not, okay? I'm just saying, look at it, pay attention to it. But what if we had that, that agreement? I won't quit you if you don't quit me. I'm in this for the long haul. I'm into your success. My job is to help you. So please do your part. That way I have a job. So make people feel that. And that's the thing. But a lot of people, it's like when they'll sign them up and they'll say, well, welcome aboard. I'm excited for you. What does that do? Sure. But come on. No. Set it up right. And here's the other thing. Don't tell them it's going to be easy. I'm going to tell you right now, I like to sell fire and brimstone. I don't want to sell easy. I want to get them ready. I want to get them ready for what they're really going to go through, and they're going to go through some hell. They really are. So, they're going to go through discouragement. They're going to go through disappointments. This is what it's about, okay? I'll say, listen, this is going to happen. But when it happens, just understand that beyond the storm, it's beautiful. The sky is blue. You'll see the ocean waves rolling in, and you'll feel that incredible state of tranquility. You're going to love your life, but it's beyond the storm. But you'll go through the storm. Just understand it. And that's the thing. Most people prepare people for success in this business. I like to prepare them not just for success. I want to prepare them for failure. Nobody wants to talk about failure. Nobody wants to talk about the rainstorm. You know, what did Dolly Parton, she's from this county here, Dolly Parton. She said, you know, you can't have the rainbow without the rain. And it's really true. You can't. So then I want to prepare, I want to sell them also on the idea that you know, it's not going to be easy. You're going to have disappointments. That's right. So, and here's the thing. When you do it that way, you'll keep more people around, and they'll respect you for it. Because if they're just sold that, hey, it's going to be great, you're going to make all this money, you're going to love it, oh my gosh, I can see you in that Corvette right now. And then they go through all this stress and trouble. Nice to see you, Mindy. All this success and trouble and disappointments, and then think, you know what? She lied to me. She lied to me. She told me it was going to be easy. She told me the product sells itself. She told me I would be in the money so quick, and all that stress I'm going through financially is going to be gone very fast. And look what's happening. I'm going to tell you, prepare people for the storm. And I'll tell you what, and when they go through it, they're going to say, you know what? She said I was going to go through that. She said I was going to go through that. Well, you know what? I'm not quitting. I am not a quitter. She prepared me for it. I'm ready. Bring it on. Bring it on. And then that's the attitude. You get more distributors with with that kind of attitude, watch out, man. Watch out. You'll have a team of tens of thousands before you know it. So, anyway, everyone, now go do something fun because it's not happening here. Not with me. Enjoy your Friday night, and then I'll put out some value tomorrow. Everyone, have a wonderful weekend. Take care.